Hey friends, and welcome back to Supersized Sailors. Today we are here at Holiday World and Splashin Safari in Santa Claus, Indiana. This claims to be the oldest theme park in the nation. It opened in 1946 as Santa Claus Land. Today it is well known for its 3 wooden roller coasters. We are going to try out as many rides as we can in both Holiday World and Splashin Safari and see if we fit. Holiday World is a family theme park. And as such, there are a lot of rides here and attractions that are meant for the little kids in your life. So we're not going to try those out. We'll leave them for the babies. There are also a few rides here that we either didn't have time to ride or, let's just be honest, really didn't want to ride. So we are going to make an educated guess as to whether or not we would fit based on the other people we saw riding them and similar ride vehicles in this park. Please do be aware that this is just our best guess. So when you come to the park, you might have a different experience, and we'd love to hear from you if we guessed wrong. First up is the Voyage. This ride is located in the Thanksgiving portion of the theme park. It is themed to the famous voyage of the Mayflower by pilgrims to North America. This is a wooden roller coaster, and it ranks the 2nd in length and 6th in height in the world. And it has won Best Wooden Roller Coaster 5 times. We are in line for the Voyage. There is no test seat, even though the internet says there is one. We have asked. They don't know what we're talking about. So we're gonna wait in line and find out if we fit. So we rode the Voyage.
Yeah. No bueno.
We did fit, barely.
Yeah, like suck it in, hold your breath, and say a little prayer. But yeah, I fit.
The seatbelt was long enough. There was not much extra, but it was long enough. The lap bar was fine. There were still, I was 3 or 4 clicks in. No big deal.
We did use 2 different cars.
Yeah, we rode separately. However, my size 22 hips were wedged in there. I mean, sardines doesn't cut it. Nothing else was getting in that seat besides me and my butt.
As far as the ride itself, I'm too old for it. It's rickety, it hurts, it's bumpy.
It is very intense. It is thrilling, for sure. I mean, it is fast, it is loud. 20 years ago, I would have loved it.
So to the voted #1 coaster on the planet, Supersized Sailors say, bon voyage to the Voyage.
We'll not be taking a second voyage on the Voyage.
0 out of 5 stars.
But if you're younger, or if you really like thrill rides and your knees don't hurt all the time, you'll love it. One thing about Holiday World is that 3 of the wooden roller coasters, the Raven, the Legend, and Voyage, they all have the exact same ride seat. You know, if you fit on one, you fit on all of them. And we fit on the Voyage.
Fit is a loose term.
We wedged ourselves into the Voyage. So you can ride all 3. Should you ride all 3?
I'm gonna go no. No.
Ouch! Next up was Gobbler Getaway. Think something along the lines of Buzz Lightyear or Toy Story Mania, but a little less tech. It was so much fun. We had no problem fitting, and you get to shoot at, but not kill, turkeys, who then at the end teach you that the proper Thanksgiving meal is, of course, pizza. Up next is Holiday World's newest roller coaster, Good Gravy. This is a family boomerang roller coaster themed to a Thanksgiving dinner. We did not have any issues fitting on this ride, despite the fact that the test seat was a little bit tight. We would highly recommend this.
And up next is the Hot Dog Express. It is a slow-moving train ride through nursery rhymes. We, as Supersized Sailors, had no issue fitting. It's more or less geared towards kids, but we love rides like that.
Fun fact, there were no cars when Lewis and Clark, were doing their thing. Just FYI.
But we're gonna ride one now.
This is the Lewis and Clark Trail. It's a lot like Autopia, except for you get to drive antique cars, and they actually steer. The seating is very cramped if you're a tall person like we are. We also had to sit in separate rows. It was super fun and we highly recommend it, but it is very cramped.
Next up is the Scarecrow Scrambler in the Halloween section of Holiday World. This turned out to be one of my absolute favorite rides here. It is just a fair ride, but it was so much fun. It was very smooth and actually moved pretty fast. We had no issues fitting on this. The seatbelt was plenty long enough for both of us to ride together. One note, if you have somebody younger or much smaller riding with you, make sure that they're in the inside seat. Otherwise, you might accidentally squish someone you care about. Who doesn't love a good carousel? It may be a kid's ride, but Briley and I sure did enjoy it. The Star Spangled Carousel is your standard carousel, and I am 100% sure that I could not ride one of the horses or other animals, but there are benches available to ride, so you still get the full enjoyment and experience.
Here we are doing the test seat for Thunderbirds. It was a very tight fit.
But we thought that we might still fit, based on our previous experiences, that the test seats are tighter than the actual ride seats. One note is that rows 2 and 3 on both sides have an extra long seatbelt. If you are worried about fitting on the ride, you want to get in rows 2 and 3. Unfortunately, even with a little bit longer seatbelt, we still were not able to fit. Technically, Chris kind of fit in it. They squeezed him down real good and they did get it to latch, but he couldn't breathe. And honestly, I couldn't get my hips adjusted all the way back in it because it's so narrow. And so we couldn't really get it quite latched for me either. So it was a no-go, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. Still having a good day. All in all, we felt like Holiday World was very friendly to supersized sailors. We had a lot of fun, got to ride almost everything that we wanted to ride, and this is the only theme park we've ever found a 3X t-shirt in. So good job, Holiday World. We recommend this wholeheartedly, and you're gonna have a great time.